I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, sit down, strap in, and let me tell you a tale of stupidity. Well, there's safer places to be.
And screenshot.
Alright, do you want to try getting out first, or me?
I'm afraid. Oh, 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 uh-oh.
And you and me thinking you're about to lose all your gear again. Right.
Yeah. Oh, same thing.
I lost half a heart, and now I'm stuck between a chorus plant and a lantern.
And screenshot.
Small mind is a tidy mind.
Yeah, I'm in a hole. What?
A small mind is a tidy mind. Rexy likes to watch you sleep.
What the hell is this?
Forgiveness is a crime punishable by death. A small mind is a tidy mind. Forgiveness is a crime punishable by death.
Oh no, I think we've entered my own personal
Rexy likes
hell.
to watch you sleep.
Oh, Rexy's voice is echoing through my mind. No, this is what happens when I edit videos for too long. Oh, I can hear him coming out of the walls. Where's it coming from?
A small mind is a tidy mind.
Oh no, oh.
Faith conquers all.
Well, that was actually easier to find than I was expecting. No, it started again! Stop it. Oh, I see. Oh, so this is the
Rexy likes to watch you sleep.
disc mod that Rexy was talking about from RelaxedCraft. I see. Ooh. I should make a copy of this redstone.
Conquers all.
Yes, let's have a quick screen cap of this one.
Blessed be the slaughter of heretics.
So
Forgiveness is a crime punishable
this
by death.
is the continuation.
Blessed be the slaughter of heretics.
All right, let's shut him up. Let's.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a crime.
No. Did he go back in? No, it didn't. Oh, thank. Oh, right. Yeah. So this is the continuation of the sound effects that me and Rexy have been looking into for the Hive, that we might be able to spread this throughout various sections of the Hive so that you will get these different sounds, similar to what Tango of the Tech Variety did in Decked Out. We can have this system playing throughout various areas of the Hive, so you can get the sound effects. You could come down into the smelting area and you could hear the grinding and the boiling and things like that, all of the sound effects that you want. And we can have, like around these little church buildings, you know, the sounds of monastic chanting and things like that, just to really hit up the atmosphere. This is cool. This is next level stuff, and it is very, very awesome.
Tidy mind.
I'm just staring at the redstone, trying to work out exactly what the hell it does, because I'm not a redstone.
Forgiveness
I'm
is
not a
crime
redstone anything. I'm really bad at redstone, but I can kind of work it out. So the disc is in there, and it drops out of there, which is detected by the comparator, which lights up, which is seen by the observer, which goes into the repeater, which gives it the strength to go around here, which fires a disc from the dropper dispenser, whichever one that is, up into the hopper, which then feeds it into the record player. I don't know why this is here. I don't know why this repeater is here. this is where my redstone knowledge fails, because I removed this repeater to try and work out what benefit it did, and it doesn't, because it's on 4 ticks.
Yes, indeed, the slaughter of heretics.
But it doesn't seem to make a difference, because the signal strength comes out of this repeater at full strength, and is enough to fire this one into there.
Forgiveness is a crime punishable
I don't
by
understand. My brain does not compute this sort of thing. I'm sure there's a reason.
death. Yes, indeed, the slaughter of heretics.
There'll be a reason. I don't understand it. I'll get Rexy to explain it to me later.
Hey, how's it going?
Not so bad.
Did
yourself?
you come in and it was locked like this, or did you lock this?
I might have done that.
Rexy likes to watch you sleep.
Oh, apparently Rex likes to watch me sleep again.
Forgiveness is a crime punishable by death.
This is very cool. I couldn't
thought you
work
said-
out what this repeater
Crime
does.
punishable by death.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
A small mark.
Okay, so watch.
Tiny mark.
Sorry, but watch when it. Do you see how it's suddenly
Forgiveness is a
locked?
crime punishable by death.
Oh, right. Is that what it
It's to
does?
stop that stupid 2-tick thing that these things do.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Faith conquers all.
Because I could work out
Rexy likes to
every
watch
other
you
bit
sleep.
of it. I was like, what does that do? I can't work it out. But yeah, I see it now because the bar comes across, so it locks it.
Forgiveness is a crime punishable by death.
That makes sense. Being pointlessly stubborn. Because this would be so much easier to wax this copper. Come on, there we go. If I just set up some scaffolding. But that would involve going and getting my scaffolding. When I could, just stand here, jumping at every single block on this roof to make sure the copper's waxed. But it's so annoying. Come on. At some point, as always, with beacons and things like that in Minecraft, it gets to the point where the effort you are putting in to do something because you are being too lazy to go and do the alternative outweighs the effort it would have just been in the first place to set up the scaffolding, to go and get the beacon, all of those things. But this is the situation I'm in. And I'm not doing it now, because I'm over halfway through. And I will finish this. There we go. Nearly. One more panel after this. Oh, I should have gone and got the scaffolding. I've been cleaning up the super smelter area just to get this area pretty much finished now. I'm beginning to add in the various background details and the walls and the backs of the roofs and things like that as the walls of the hive begin to stretch up towards the roof of the cave. And it's really beginning to look exactly how I wanted it to now. I've also got rid of the chest monster that was here. So we've got this nice open space now, and I can potentially begin to move some armor stand scenes in around this area and really begin to finish things off. But the shulker monster hasn't entirely disappeared. A lot of it got thrown into the sorting system, so all the blocks are now happily down there. But a number of those shulkers were being used in current ongoing projects, and to that end, I've made a different build. So through here, on the way to the sorting system, which is down there, I've now made my project room. And what this is just a massive decorative room of barrels and chests of all sizes and shapes. And what it is it's divided up into different shelved sections. Each of these areas is a different project that I'm currently working on. So we've got buildings, glass for all the various things that I need that glass for, all the roads that I've got, and all of the copper for the various roofs and things like that. So this is where the shulkers of the various boxes that I was using for the different projects has gone. And the idea is, this is the... And this is where it gets a little stupid. This is the pre-sorting system area. This is where current ongoing project materials are stored. So I can run in, quickly grab them, and when I get bored of that project, I can throw the shulkers in here and then move on to another one very rapidly, which is what I'm aiming for. So I can keep the building fluidly going on throughout the entire build. And once a project's done and the stuff isn't used anymore, I take the shulker boxes out and I just lob them into the input for the storage system. And it gets tidied away very quickly. I'm going to include a few clips as well of when I showed this room to Rexy, because Rexy really liked it. So I'll include those next.
There.
Right. So this, as you said, this is the ADHDer's dream of get rid of one project I don't want to deal with so I can start another one. Yep. This room came about because I thought, I need to clean up my shulker monster that's out in the smelting area. Looked at it, went, I don't want to do that. I'm going to build an entire room.
I love it.
So I can sort out my shulker monsters.
I'm going to be honest here. We have so many shulkers. Guess who's going to, as we say in the corporate world, repurpose this? Seriously, because I have shulkers that are for like, oh, I'm going to do paths, and then I keep putting them away, and then I'm like, well, I got to go get them again. This is clever.
Yeah, so the point is, I'll be able to come in and go, right, this sign here, which can either point to this area as a whole, or this top shelf, or this bottom shelf. This one is for, like you said, my pathways, whereas this one underneath is for the walls that I'm working on for that bit of the Hive city.
Yeah,
this entire corner good. Contains all of, well, it will. I haven't moved anything in yet, obviously.
Yep.
This entire corner can contain all of the stuff I'm going to need to make the towers and things like that.
Seriously, this is so smart. I firmly believe that anybody with ADHD has configured something like this out. This is like, you've organized your Doom boxes.
I have. And I'm giving it the name Project Room because it sounds smart. And it sounds like I'm going to do things and not just hide my trash away.
I love it, honestly. And the roof looks so cool. The ceiling. I keep calling roofs ceilings.
Yeah.
I really like this.
It's my standard chains and stuff like that with a bit of patternage going on. Like I say, I realised I could snake the cut copper all the way around.
Do you want to... And you're one of the few Minecraft builders I've seen that somehow makes even work, by the way.
Do you want to see... Yeah, that was just because I like building things to chunks because it aligns properly. Yep. But do you want to know a really stupid thing? These bits of cut copper here are proper blocks, 4x4 blocks. As you get round to here, they turn into slabs because I realised I could just use the stone cutter to cut them and get like 8 times as many.
Yeah. You know that I swear some of the big Minecraft people, they just do it as like a flex or something because it's like, why are we using solid blocks when we don't have to? Yeah. Especially with copper as a premium for us. Look, this is so ADHD friendly. Look, it even has like fidget spinners.
It does.
You're not going to come in here one day and all of these trapdoors are just going to like flap at you, by the way. I would never do that.
Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't. And it would be totally impossible just to run a redstone line around the outside of all the bits.
Yeah, right.
They're even perfectly separated by like a block.
Yeah, the redstoner in me who can point out that you have a tree farm. Tree farm and iron. You could have a dump chest somewhere, so that like, oh, I'm done with these, and you can dump them into your sorting system from here.
Oh yeah. So
This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
And it's pretty. That's the point. It's pretty.
I don't know if I've ever seen like sand walls before. This looks so cool. I have a real hard time with these blocks.
Can you differentiate between the sand and the smooth sandstone blocks that are on the walls?
It just adds a little bit of the texture. So. Yeah, I'm trying to up my texture game as it is. So.
I mean, you're doing well.
Like this. Yeah.
Am I going to see a much better organized redstone system?
No, I don't think so. I see. So this is my issue. So I have my big sorting system, and it's great for like bulk things, like you know, like the stone and the deep slate and stuff like that. But the odds and sods, unless you're putting them away, it becomes a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, it really does.
And you don't have to with these. This is perfect. And particularly, again, I do this all the time. I have shulkers of, okay, these are my path shulkers. These are my this project coming up shulkers. Like I'm going to build a big river, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the things is I have the shulkers just sitting there. I could put them away.
I'll probably start moving the actual like chest monsters into here sometime in the next few months.
I think I might have contributed to your chest monster.
Yes, you did. That was one of the things that prompted it. They're in the they're out here in the chest that's left over from when I originally built this place.
Oh. Well, I figure you're going to use at least 3 times that, probably more.
Almost certainly, yeah. Rexy and I have completed a number of different farms over the past week or so, because, well, we realised that we are using quite the similar build palette, and would need lots of things like dark prismarine. So we created a new prismarine farm. It does require 2 people, or, you know, one of us and Rexy's camera account, to get this thing fired up, and I will, of course, drop a link in the description for the tutorials for these farms that we did. But this one is obscenely easy to build, and its output is phenomenal, quite frankly. But Rexy and I are using a lot of prismarine, and because of that, it is ultimately necessary to have lots of ink. And now, ink is always a bit of a pain. So I built on stream, link in the description obviously, an ink farm, or the Sani Memorial Ink Farm. And this one uses a bunch of the allays that I captured in a previous stream to harvest the ink for us. Now, there is some problems with it. The allays have sodded off once or twice, but, you know, that's not much of an issue, really. So, this clip, I don't know when this clip is going to come into the actual video, but I went back. I did another stream where I built the tower behind me with all of the allays in it to find out exactly what would happen, because the allays disappeared after the first AFK session. And I did the second stream, I built the allay breeding tower, got 2 new allays into the ink farm, and they started working. Great, brilliant, everything was fine. Then I set up replay mod to watch and see what happened. And the allays disappeared, so I tracked them down, and they just flew off. They went off into the distance and got further and further away. So I followed them to see where they went, and they went from where the ink farm is over there towards this other ocean monument. And as I landed on this little iceberg, they ran at me. They ran at me and threw 2 stacks and 14 of ink into my inventory. So they just flew off. They just went off. They followed the trail of ink from that farm over to this monument. And they carried on working away outside of the render distance. So when I came over and I loaded in these chunks, they dashed over to me. But there you go. I found them. Oh, I found 3 of them. There's probably another one even further away. Yep, there it was. It is immensely fun to watch from above, or in this case, with the cheaty cam, to watch the allays just flying around, picking up the ink sacs, and then dive bombing the platform when they retrieve them. Oh, there we go. Look at them go. Full stacks of ink being dropped. It's just so good. That's so fun to watch them. With the ink farm and when the allays first disappeared, I did think they had gone for good. They'd somehow despawned. So I brought a bunch more allays over on stream, and I built this tower to house a number of allays on the world's smallest mushroom island. I like it. It's a really nice little tower. I love the purple. The brickwork, I think it could actually use some work. If I was so inclined, I would come back and I would swap out some of these blocks for different textured ones, like I've done on these sections here. Maybe a few cracked stone bricks in there as well, just to make it look a little better. But as a little build, purely here to house these allays in case any of the ones in the farm ever do completely disappear. I like it. I even managed to sneak in a little bit of rock work around the base there, which I'm quite happy with. I did this on stream as well the day after I built the farm, and what I think I'm going to do is download that VOD, clip it so that it's just the bits of me building this, and maybe upload that as another little video. So look out for that one in the future, because it's probably going to come in a couple of days or so. Work on the streets of the Hive is going really well at the moment, and I'm beginning to get an idea of the story, of the path that I want to go for as you are running through. I want it to be able to play out like a level of Darktide. So you're going to start off over there where the original chess monster is, and you're going to work your way down through the streets into the smelting area, and then you're gonna have the option to split off into various little paths. Hey, Enderman. And one of the areas that I want to go down is this narrow little street where you're going to be able to come down here, you know, meet your little wall servitor Medicare unit, come into here, and it's going to be nice and dark, and I'm going to play with the lighting so it's just above total darkness to get the idea of it's just this dark and dingy world. And then from here you're going into the new sections of the Hive, and this is what's coming next. So little preview for everyone. You're going to be going down here into these narrow streets that you run along, nip through, and then you're going to go out into a much bigger street complex, and this is what I'm going to be working on very shortly. And this is going to be streets, tight, narrow pathways, little alleyways leading off into darkness, market stalls dotted all over the place as you work your way through and finally come out into the central Colosseum area. And this is going to be a towering structure that you can't see, admittedly. If I can get the angles right, you're going to have all these buildings closing off your sight lines until you come round these corners, and then you can see the Colosseum rising up. You're going to be able to go through the entranceway into the centre of the Colosseum, and you're going to be coming here. And you know what? I might try and see if we can throw a few mobs and things like that parading around here, have some interesting battles going on. I might see if there's a spawner hidden around. There is a spider spawner, but that's not really going to work for what we want to. I'd like some zombies or skellies that I can throw in here and maybe battle a few golems or something like that inside the arena. That'd be cool. But that is what is going to be coming in the future. And I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to look very cool. And if I can work it out, I might extend this roof up a bit. And then we have the layers of the hive above with the pipe work, the walkways and things like that on the ceiling. This is going to be a really fun build, and I can't wait to see it completed.